Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's ingredient review is on the product, as you can see from my title, the Summer Eve's feminine wash. I stopped using that feminine wash like more than 10 years ago. Like, it was almost like I was punishing myself for whatever reason. I don't know. The thing was, I went to a friend's place. I went visiting a friend, and she was using it, and she vouched on it that it was a holy grail that was going to help me keep that place clean. Now, it wasn't even only me she spoke to about that. It was me and another friend, and which we actually went and bought the Summer Eve. Now, especially during that time of the month, using that feminine wash was like me punishing myself, because at that time of the month, which women can relate, that place is already inflamed due to the constant use of sanitary pads and tampons, and then you go in and add something like that. Like, it was almost like I was even scared, and I started becoming scared of using it during that time because I was usually in pains. What peer groups can influence, like what peer group influence can cause for you without you realizing it. So when you pick up an ingredient, the first 5 ingredients is what you should look out for more, because that is what is top in the formulation. Yes, because that's the standard of listing. The standard of listing is from the higher to the lower. So on this ingredient list, we have sodium lauret sulfate, popularly known as SLES. Now let me talk about it a little bit, please. Sodium lauret sulfate is actually an ionic surfactant. Just like, let me borrow some terms from electricity. Yeah, my physics people here. We have positive wire, negative wire, we have neutral wire, right? Good. So let's use that same concept with surfactant. We have positively charged surfactants, we have negatively charged surfactants, we have both, like dual core, kind of both negative and positive, and then we have neutral. Now, what I mean by we have neutral is that, as I said earlier, we have an ionic surfactant. We also have non-ionic surfactants. Now, the reason why I linked, I'm trying to link neutral to non-ionic surfactant is because non-ionic surfactant does not have any charge. Example of such is your favorite cocoa glycoside, diside cocoa glycoside. Honestly speaking, even though SLES, as the sodium lauryl sulfate, is gotten from the main SLS, which is the sodium lauryl sulfate, is a derivative there, and some people say it's mild. Yeah, they said it's milder than the boss itself. Okay, then we have sodium chloride, that's basically salt. Then we have lauryl glucoside, that's another surfactant. Then we have the cocamidopropylbutane. Shortly, you can call it cocobutane. Yeah, that's an amphoteric surfactant. That's a surfactant that falls within the range of surfactant that has both the positive and the negative charge. And then we have the polyquatanium 7. Now, polyquatanium has numbers from 1 to 32. And to be honest with you, I really don't understand how those numbers work, but the polyquatanium itself is actually a conditioner, mostly used for shampoos or hair conditioners. Of course, it's a conditioner. I don't know how it found its way into, let's assume we know why it found its way there, but honestly speaking, polyquatanium is something that I would not use for my formulation, because research shows that polyquatanium has or releases rather formaldehyde. Yeah, so, and some people are actually very sensitive to polyquatanium, but that's, by the way, is in that formulation. Then there's the alpha glucan, then there's the oligosaccharide, then there is the lactic acid. Now I knew better why I was having the issues I was having. Lactic acid is an AHA, that is an alpha hydroxyl. And you imagine yourself exfoliating your skin every day with alpha hydroxyl, it's going to be an issue. Not to talk of washing that place, even though it was in a wash-off product, I understand, but I think I might suspect, which I'm not sure if it was only the lactic acid that was an issue. Probably some other things were even an issue. As I told you, polyquaternium is something that a lot of people react to. Probably I'm one of those people and I didn't realize it back then. And I now kind of understand. I now recall, it gave me this nostalgic feeling of how I was feeling very rough those days, especially during that time of the month, as I told you earlier. And then there is the sodium benzoate. There's the disodium EDTA, of course, as a chelator, because it's advisable when you're working with surfactants in general, due to the fact that they have charge. As I told you earlier, you have to discard any other mineral in the water. Is advisable, even though you're using distilled water. Sometimes, especially here in Nigeria, some things can still happen that you will not understand, so to just be on the safer side. Like, you know me, I am so meticulous like that even my distilled water for my formulation, I boil it sometimes. Yes, especially when I am trying to do something, mainly especially for the face. Boil it sometimes, let it cool down before I work with it. That is how meticulous I could get. So disodium EDTA is a chelator. It goes in there, kills any mineral inside the water, so that your surfactant can sit pretty without being disturbed. So I understand why it's there. And the sodium hydroxide, which is, maybe it went in there as a buffering solution or something. Sodium hydroxide, that's lye, right? Caustic soda. Then there's the fragrance. That one too can also cause sensitivity in the skin, or not to talk of that sensitive area. To be honest with you, I'm glad I stopped using Summer Eve's long time ago, but I believe there's some people that are still comfortable with using it, and I'm not going to stop you. This is not like a video trying to come and bash them or anything, but I am just saying what I'm seeing from the ingredient list. Like, the things that are there, I'm not feeling the vibe of those ingredients. Yes, especially something like the lactic acid in that area. Okay, probably to introduce acid, I don't want to go make assumptions on a list that, or a formulation that is not mine. I am just here to do what a content creator like myself wants to do. Not only that, a cosmetic formulator myself who is familiar with all of these ingredients, know how these ingredients work. I always tell beginner formulators, study your ingredients. Don't just pick up just because they say, wow, this is the holy grail, wow, this is the best, wow, this is trending, and then you run and go and pick it up and start using it or add it into your formula. Study it first, understand the ingredient to a large extent. That is why you don't have to be in a hurry to formulate and present it to the world, or present it to your friends and customers or family. You have to study this ingredient, understand how this ingredient works. This sodium EDTA, it even has a very slow dissolving. It's actually water soluble, and it's also a salt, honestly. Yeah, and it dissolves slowly. So I remember one time a student called me and was telling me that after the formulation she was still saying, I said, relax, just give it the next 2-3 days, depending on the quantity you used. Although it has a usage percentage rate, obviously, it gradually fades. You understand? So basically, the polyquaternium again might also have come in maybe as a thickener, because I didn't see any thickener like a xanthan gum or a guar gum. Or will I use Summer Eve even if you dash me? No. But if you're still comfortable using it, it's fine. But then it's not my thing, because their ingredient list makes me shiver. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, share my videos, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Thank you so much.